Ever wondered about those mysterious E-codes on your food ingredients list? Are they halal or haram? Welcome to the world of food additives, where E-codes reign supreme. E-codes, my friends, are codes for substances that are used as food additives. They could be anything from colorings, preservatives, antioxidants, to thickeners, and so much more. Now, why are we talking about them? Well, for many people, and particularly for our Muslim friends, understanding these E-codes is essential. You see, these additives can significantly impact whether a food is considered halal, meaning permissible under Islamic law, or haram, which means forbidden. It's not always black and white though. Some additives might be halal in one context and haram in another. So it's not just about knowing what these codes mean, but also understanding the nuances behind them. Let's dive into the world of E-codes and decipher their halal or haram status. First, let's tackle E476. What is it, and is it halal or haram? E476, also known as polyglycerol polyricinoleate or PGPR, is a yellowish, viscous liquid used in the food industry as an emulsifier. This means it's often used in products like chocolate to reduce the amount of cocoa butter required. Now here's where it gets interesting. The source of E476 can determine its halal or haram status. If derived from animal fats, specifically pig fat, it would be considered haram. However, if it's sourced from plants, it would be halal. The tricky part is that manufacturers often don't specify the source. So, in these cases, it falls under the category of mushbu, which means doubtful or uncertain. To be on the safe side, it may be best for those adhering to halal dietary laws to avoid products with E476, unless its source is clearly stated. So that's the lowdown on E476, but what about E300? Next on our list is E300. Is this one halal or haram? Let's find out. E300, also known as ascorbic acid or simply vitamin C, is a common food additive used as an antioxidant. It's naturally present in many fruits and vegetables, but it's also synthesized in labs for use in food products. So, is it halal or haram? Well, the good news is that E300 is generally considered halal. Because it's a vitamin that's essential for our health and it's not derived from any animal sources, it's permissible for Muslims to consume. It's worth noting though, always check the packaging for any halal certification when buying processed foods. Even though E300 is synthesized, the process doesn't involve any non-halal substances. So, rest easy, knowing that your daily dose of vitamin C is not only boosting your immunity but also aligns with your dietary beliefs. That's E300 explained. Let's move on to some controversial E-codes. Did you know some E-codes are banned in the UK? And what about the bad E numbers? Let's dive in and find out. The UK, like many other countries, has regulations in place to ensure food safety and consumer protection. Some E-codes, which are codes for food additives, have been banned due to their potential negative effects on health. For instance, E121, also known as citrus red, was banned because of its potential carcinogenic properties. Another example is E124, or Ponceau 4R, which has been linked to hyperactivity in children. E110, or sunset yellow, is another E-code that's been under scrutiny. While it is not banned outright, its use is strictly controlled due to concerns about its potential to cause allergic reactions and hyperactivity. These are just a few examples, but they illustrate the fact that not all E-codes are created equal. So, what about bad E numbers? Well, it's a bit subjective. What might be considered bad for one person might not be for another. However, there are some E numbers that have been linked to health issues. For example, E621, or monosodium glutamate, is a flavor enhancer that has been linked to headaches and other symptoms in some people. E951, or aspartame, is a low-calorie sweetener that has been controversial due to claims of potential health risks, including neurological issues. E407, or carrageenan, is a thickening agent that has been linked to inflammation and digestive problems. And E250, or sodium nitrite, is used in cured meats, and has been linked to an increased risk of certain types of cancer. These examples serve as a reminder that it's important to be aware of what we're consuming. Not all E numbers are bad, but some may have potential health risks. Remember, knowledge is power when it comes to E codes. Now onto E435. Next up is E435. Is it halal or haram? Let's dive right in. E435, also known as polyoxyethylene sorbitan monostearate or polysorbate 60, is an emulsifier used in a variety of food products including baked goods, frozen desserts, and artificial creamers. This compound helps to mix ingredients that would otherwise separate like oil and water. Now, the vital question, is it halal or haram? The answer is not black and white. E435 is considered mushbu, a term used in Islamic dietary laws meaning doubtful or uncertain. The source of the stearic acid in the compound can be either plant or animal-derived. If it's plant-based, it's halal. However, if it's animal-derived, particularly from pigs, it becomes haram. Hence, unless specified, it's difficult to determine its halal or haram status conclusively. That's E435 covered. Now let's take a look at E202. E202 is next on our list. Is it halal or haram? Let's dive into it. Now, E202, also known as potassium sorbate, is a preservative often found in a variety of food products such as cheese, yogurt, wine, and even dried fruit. Its primary function is to prevent molds and yeasts, extending the shelf life of the products it's added to. Now, onto the question of the hour, is it halal or haram? After extensive research, we found that E202 is generally considered halal. It's a synthetic preservative, and it doesn't originate from any animal sources. However, it's always crucial to check the packaging for halal certification because manufacturing processes can vary. So there you have it. E202 is typically halal, but it's always a good idea to double check. That's the scoop on E202, but what about mushbu? Tune in for the next segment to find out. Can Muslims eat mushbu? Let's find out. The term mushbu is Arabic and translates to doubtful or uncertain. In the context of food and drink, it refers to items where it's not clear if they are halal or haram. Now you might be wondering, why would anyone eat something doubtful? Well, there could be a few reasons. Maybe the ingredients aren't clearly listed, or perhaps the product's origin is unknown. The decision to consume mushbu is a personal one, and it may vary among individuals. Some Muslims may choose to avoid mushbu altogether, to stay on the safe side. Others might consume it if they believe there's a strong likelihood that the product is halal. It's a matter of personal judgment and religious interpretation. It's always best to seek guidance from a knowledgeable source if you're unsure. So mushbu is a matter of personal judgment. Now, onto the topic of gelatin. Is type B gelatin halal or haram? Let's find out. Type B gelatin is a protein derived from collagen, a natural substance found abundantly in the bones, skin, and connective tissues of animals. It's widely used in the food industry for its gelling properties, adding texture to products like gummy candies, marshmallows, and jellies. Now to the crux of the matter. Whether type B gelatin is halal or haram hinges on its source. If it's sourced from a halal-certified animal that has been slaughtered according to Islamic law, it is considered halal. However, if it's derived from a non-halal animal or one not properly slaughtered, it is deemed haram. It's crucial to check the product labeling or reach out to the manufacturer to confirm the source of the gelatin. That clears up type B gelatin. Now let's wrap up with E320 and E306. Finally, we come to E320 and E306. Are they halal or haram? Let's dive right in. E320, also known as butylated hydroxyanisole, is a synthetic antioxidant used to prevent rancidity in fats and oils. It's found in a wide variety of foods including potato chips, cereals, and instant soups. On the other hand, E306, known as tocopherol-rich extract, is a natural antioxidant that's commonly found in vegetable oils, nuts, and seeds. It's often used in cosmetics and food products to extend their shelf life. Now, onto their halal or haram status. As far as current knowledge and resources go, E320 is considered halal as it is synthetic and does not contain any animal derivatives. E306, on the other hand, is also categorized as halal, since it's derived from plants. However, it's crucial to remember that manufacturing processes and sources can vary. Therefore, it's always best to verify from the product manufacturer or consult with a knowledgeable Islamic scholar. And that concludes our exploration of E-codes. Remember, it's always best to do your own research and consult reliable sources. We've covered a lot of ground today, haven't we? We've delved into the complex world of E-codes, those mysterious numbers often found on food labels. From E476 to E306, we've unraveled their meanings and explored their halal or haram status. We learned that some E-codes are halal, while others are haram, and some are mushbu, meaning their status is doubtful or controversial. We also discovered that some E-codes are banned in the UK due to health concerns, reinforcing the importance of understanding these codes. We've highlighted the significance of knowing what you're consuming, not just for dietary restrictions but also for overall health. We discussed the controversial status of type B gelatin and the flavor enhancer 627. It's crucial to remember that knowledge is power, especially when it comes to what we put in our bodies. Thank you for joining us on this journey through E-codes. Stay informed and make the best decisions for your dietary needs.